What's good, everyone? Welcome back to MTG Arena. So there's been a little bit of an issue going on in the arena.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
We found an instant win combo with this mono black deck. Not only do we get to play the strongest demons, we literally start thinking like one when we torture our opponents for the win. The value we get from mono black cards are just borderline overpowered, and especially as we disrupt our opponents every step of the way. Basically, touching them everywhere they don't want to be touched.
This is a no touching though.
Good. Well then...
I'm talking about attacking their hand, exiling their graveyard, and destroying their board. And all in the meanwhile as we keep leeching life from them and gaining mad card advantage. I'll demonstrate how this deck dominates some of the other top meta out there in just a sec. So do consider subscribing to the channel for incredible gameplay and deck lists, and tap that like button for Magic the Gathering. Let's go! Mono Black is definitely back with this deck. It's running the strongest cards that give the most value, and they've been put together to make sure we gain as much advantage as possible as we suppress our opponents in the game. We make sure to have 4 Demon Walls, as it's the cheapest costing demon in Standard right now. It's actually a very good card, as putting any counter on it will let it start attacking. It's already got good power and toughness for just 2 mana, and there are many ways to put counters on this Demon Wall. Then a core piece to this deck is having 4 Unholy Annexes. You get immense value from this card, and it's a complete power piece to the deck. Getting a 6/6 flying demon is good by itself, to offset the life paying effect into a life leeching effect as you draw cards. It's just borderline broken. And on the next column, we have our 2-card combo that gives us an instant win. Yes, you heard right, and if you didn't already know, here's how the instant win works. We run 4 of these Unstoppable Slashers, because his on-damage effect makes him a powerhouse as it divides life totals in half. His automatic recursion on death is super annoying for opponents to deal with already, and the instant win trick is if he deals any damage when any of our 3 Bloodletter of Aclazotz are out on the battlefield, as dividing our opponent's life total in half becomes dividing their life total by 100%. Both effects equals them taking half of our opponent's health each. Yes, it's a little broken. Now on the column to the left, we start using cards that disrupts our opponents during play. 4 of these Deep Cavern Bats are enough to frustrate half the players in the arena into conceding because taking a non-land card from their hand is just ridiculous. Albeit we return it to them when our bat dies, but that also forces our opponents to use another card for that to happen. Just seeing our opponent's hand is already powerful enough. Then we run one of these Lewis Pompous Pillagers. He's actually a pretty good finisher for endgame, as he can come into play as a huge creature. His X damage effect also lets us leech life, which is a huge plus because our Annex will damage us oftenly. When comboed with Bloodletter of Aclazotz, his X damage effect gets doubled and becomes super powerful. Now on the next columns, we have all of our instant and sorceries. We use 1 Arch Enemy's Charm because the utility is just amazing synergy for us. Exiling an opponent's creature or bringing one of ours back from the graveyard are excellent situations, but the secret best thing about this charm is adding the lifelink and 2+1/+1 counters onto a creature. Such as using it on the Demon Wall, we escape death and finish the game very oftenly with just this interaction. And then we have 1 Villainous Wrath. As part of the Omen Path or Spider-Man set, however you look at it, carrying one of these new mono black board wipe is very effective. It makes sure that the life lost happens first before the wipe happens. Goes very well with Bloodletter of Aclazotz as well. And to the column on the left, we have our spot removals, starting with 2 Bitter Triumphs. We need some options to remove Planeswalkers, even though they are a little rare to see in the Standard right now. Paying 3 life or discarding a card for the additional cost is very minor, especially when we must remove an immediate threat. Since Standard doesn't have super good 2-mana spot removals anymore, the next best thing we have are actually 3 of these Shoot the Sheriffs. I was very surprised to see that there are a very small number of outlaw creatures that this thing won't target. When compared to cards like Go for the Throat, it was actually worse for finding a valid target when it's actually compared to Shoot the Sheriff. This is actually a powerful spot removal in the format right now. And then a really good 2-in-1 effect comes from 4 of these Strategic Betrayals. There's a lot of decks out there that play Reanimation, and obviously more so for decks that play creatures. Making an opponent sacrifice a creature as we exile their entire graveyard is a very mean move to make. I've seen this one card disable entire decks. And on the last column, we have our 1 mana spells that attack our opponent's hand and forces disruptions to their game. 4 of these Duress are so good for opening moves. Invading our opponent's privacy and looking at their hand will let us make all the right plays. And Duress itself targets a ton of cards in the meta. There's a 99% chance it will discard something valuable when played early to mid game. Then we have 3 of these Intimidation tactics. 1 mana to force our opponent to exile something we choose is just downright abusive. It gets rid of the biggest threats and makes sure that they're gone for the entire game. This mono black deck is powerful and suffocates our opponents into conceding the game or face certain defeat. Now let's go ruin the meta out there. Got a good curve going. Let's take a peek. Okay, some sort of Azorius control. No wait, there's black in there. Esper? I got like nothing to play, so we're gonna have to be smart about those get losts. Looks like he did not have a land. Could draw on the Deep Cavern Bat. Let's make them waste the get lost. This is going to be a really tough game. I've basically got 2 cards in my hand that can't do much. Alright, so it's kind of safe in a sense where he doesn't really have any counter spells. Luckily, they're on the back foot with the lands right now. But if we play the Bloodletter of Aclazotz, it'll get killed anyways. So, should we go Unholy Annex for some card advantage, I guess? Nah. Let's just bait out another get lost. Might as well play him if we got him. If we get one of our demon walls, these map tokens are going to come in handy so well. Alright, we'll cast the Ritual Chamber for 5 mana. Get our 6/6. And I guess that'll be the last thing they kill with Get Lost. Find the land. They don't have black mana yet. Let's take another peek, I think. Well, I could just activate the Soulstone Sanctuary. I think I'll do that. And then we'll attack. Ah, they use Get Lost on the 6/6. Let's attack. And let's take another peek with this Deep Cavern Bat. I guess we'll have to take the split up. We're going to get milled for a lot if he draws a land. They did not draw the land. Their Authority of the Consuls, though, is really buying them a lot of time. And they find another land. Okay, well actually here's the Demon Wall. That's great. We need to activate the Unholy Annex first. I guess we have enough mana to kind of put one of these map tokens onto the Demon Wall. I think we should attack first, right? I kind of want to put a map token on this bat. Alright, good. We didn't need this Demon Wall. Okay, we don't need another kill card. Shall we keep going? All I need is 3 mana for the Annex anyways. Yeah, let's go. Good. Unstoppable Slasher will stop right there. We got our Deep Cavern Bat to a decent size, actually. There we go. And we'll unlock this now. Excellent. Our opponent's on the back foot. They'll have to cast their Anomaly, but luckily we knocked them down to 12, so we'll only get milled for 12. Yeah, equal to his life total. Good thing we did that amount of damage. Nice. Excellent draw with another one of these. Unholy Annex. Kind of want to cast the Slasher, though. Should I use this for Ritual Chamber again? We have a lot of options. But we're going to go with the map token again. Alright, we hit a land. Let's keep going. Okay, Deep Cavern Bat. Well, maybe we'll use this last one. There, we'll swing in for 9, and then we'll use this Unholy Annex, and it's GG. We leech for 4 damage. Nice. Look at that. And a third one. We didn't need it though. That was insane. Mono black tempo. Ew. Why are we always on the draw? So, a couple of bitter triumphs and strategic betrayals. Okay. Maybe the game wants us to play this hand. Because there's going to be a lot of things for us to kill, maybe? Watch them be a control deck. Oh no, it's a Hired Claw. We know what that is. Looks like it's Boros. Sacred Foundry, they took a 2 already. They took another 2 damage. Either their hand is super good, and we're super hooped. Oh no, they just used Plot. Alright, great time to use Betrayal right now. We have to stay on top of this. We can't let them have any creatures. Even though they appear small, they have so much value. Just like this. Bolt Wave. Oh my god, another Bolt Wave? That's 6 damage already. And another 5? Holy, 11 damage already. That was only his second turn. Alright, we really gotta stay on top of these creatures. Oh man, we got lucky. Okay. Good draw on the Demon Wall. That'll give us a good blocker. And now we can hold up a Bitter Triumph. Nice. Alright, Louis. We're gonna cast the Pompous Pillager because we really need the life. Lightning Helix. Alright, good thing he used it on the creature and not us. And at least we leeched for another 2 damage. Great draw with the Aclazots. Let's cast our Unstoppable Slasher. Opera's Love Song. That was a good one for them. They hit a land with it. Here's a Slick Shot. What, another Bolt Wave? Nope. Shocks me. Wow. Boros aggro is so dangerous, but I think he's dead. Instant kill. We got the instant kill combo. Yeah, we ninja that win. Good game. Finally getting to go first. No 1 mana drops, but that's okay. What are we up against? Hinterland? Some sort of life gain deck? Either that or rabbits. Doesn't matter. Killing it. Alright, so likely a life gain deck. Oh, what's this? Orzhov? I've never heard of Orzhov life gain. Great time for the Annex. Villainous Wrath. Leonin Vanguard? What's going on here? A mono white life gain archetype, but splashed with black. Let's take a look at your last 3 cards. Whoa. Yep, mono white life gain archetype. Do I want the Halia? Probably want to get rid of the Essence Channeler, right? Yeah. They'll probably cast Halia next turn. So luckily we have a Bitter Triumph for that. We can probably discard a Swamp. I wouldn't mind paying 3 life for it either. But we can discard a Swamp. Voice of Victory. Their Vanguard's gonna still get bigger and gain him some life. Because he's got 3 creatures. We will have to take 4. Okay. Is it time for the 6/6 demon? Or do I play one of these? The Unstoppable Slasher and Acklazots? Yeah, let's play the Unstoppable Slasher. We have to get him on the board. If we're lucky, he'll tap out next turn by trying to kill us. Oh, he does attack with everything. Okay, I hope he doesn't summon anything. I need to play the Acklazots. Okay, I think he's dead. You know what? It might be more fun if we didn't win instantly. Because I feel kind of bad it's just going to end that quick. So let's just do this. Just because we feel under control and we want to get a good play in. And I really wanted to use this Villainous Wrath, so here we go. Watch this. He'll get his Channeler back. Our Unstoppable Slasher comes back. And then we'll use Intimidation Tactics to hit their Channeler. Oh, and it's a Leyline Axe. There we go. Now we're down to 3. Walking on the wild side. I know I could have won, but this way it's a little more fun. Really depends what he top deck though. I think our opponent's really upset right now. I probably could have spared him this humiliation and let him lose right away, but we decided to be a little evil. Oh, and they drew a land. We'll cast our vampire because we know he's got nothing to get rid of it. That Excalibur is looking super scary though. Leyline Axe. Oh, this is so mean. Yeah, it's GG. We'll cast another 3 mana Annex, and then we'll have a 6/6 demon. No, you know what? Let's just use Duress. Yeah, we'll get rid of that Sheltered by Ghosts. Good game. Oh, that was really mean. Okay, who are we up against this time? We got a 1 mana drop, 2 mana drop, and hopefully 3 mana for the Unholy Annex. Whoa, okay, looks like we're up against rabbits. Pretty strong version of them, it looks like. What do I take? Nah, we'll take the 3 mana thing. We'll hit the battle menu next. Should I cast Demon Wall? Nah, we want to play a bit of control right now. We'll get rid of this battle menu for him. Or should I go for Sheltered by Ghost? No, you know what? We got Shoot the Sheriff. We can kill something before he casts the Sheltered by Ghost on it. Valley Quest Caller. Alright. Deep Cavern Bat, huh? I guess I can take the Sheltered by Ghost. Yeah. We'll take a little bit of damage this turn. But then next turn we'll use Shoot the Sheriff. And then we'll have to reload with Unholy Annex. Yeah, we'll have to take the 2. Good draw in the swamp. Now we can play 2 things. The Demon Wall. And then Shoot the Sheriff if anything goes crazy. Should I use it now? Just in case they have something to protect their creatures with? Nah, I'm going to gamble it. They'll have to top deck something crazy. They don't attack. Should I save this? Nah. We'll take down the Quest Caller. Could always put a couple of counters on Demon Wall and then attack with it. Nah, we'll just attack with our Deep Cavern Bat. And we'll leech 2 instead, because I do want to draw a card. Alright, whatever, Deep Cavern Bat. Wow, what a top deck. He top decked the Sheltered by Ghosts. Wow. Like, honestly, the only card in his deck that could actually save him right now. That is unfortunate. And we don't even have enough mana to destroy his Burrow Guard. Alright, so the Annex is as good as gone. Guess we'll play our Slasher. What else did he top deck? Another Burrow Guard. Oh man. Good thing Slasher has Death Touch. Okay. Strategic Betrayal, alright. And I guess we'll cast our Deep Cavern Bat and hit nothing from his hand. We'll attack first though. There. Good. I really love that Unstoppable Slasher is a game finisher himself. Okay, I think we got this next turn. Because we can use Archenemy's Charm and buff something with it. Probably use it on the Demon Wall. Let's see what our opponent does. He's only got one card. What is it going to be? Wow, Season of the Burrow? Probably the only other card that can help him. Holy. Some people are just so lucky. Alright. Annex. That's a good draw. Missing a mana to get the 6/6 demon though. Yeah, I think that's the only choice. Alright, we'll leech 2. There's nothing we can do with intimidation tactics. So let's not attack. Duress. Oh my gosh. They all of a sudden got huge. Woof, we have to take this 8. Unstoppable Slasher. Yeah, we have to. It's so lame that he just leeched 8 life. We totally had it, but then he top decked that Sheltered by Ghost and it just turned it around. Oh my god, that's another good top deck, huh? Normally I get flooded with lands if I was in his shoes. Okay, well, this is not good for us. He doesn't attack? What's going on? He's waiting for me to make a move. Let's get the 6/6 on the field. Leech another 2. Alright. He can't let us keep doing this forever. He's probably going to attack now. No! Okay. This is great. We can get rid of something with Betrayal. No, you know what? We have enough damage. What am I talking about? We'll just send in the flyers and use Archenemy's Charm. Give him a couple counters. Yeah, exactly. We went overhead. Good game. Been going on the draw a lot more often with this deck than I actually anticipate. Or really like to. Can't complain though. This is a decent hand. Conduit Pylons. What is that? Some sort of artifact deck? Let's take a look. Oh! Who are you trying to kid? You're a mono black skeleton deck. Corpses of the Lost, Case of the Skeleton. We'll get rid of the case. We'll use Duress to hit the 3 mana enchantment next. Why did they warp that? They could have just... Oh, right. They only have 1 black mana. Okay, we'll use Duress to hit that 3 mana enchantment next. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Corpses of the Lost. There. We don't have to worry about that now. Take another 2. Alright. Let's use Intimidation Tactics and get rid of his creature. Yeah, see ya. And then we'll cast our Demon Wall. We've been getting good draws. Both of us have been getting good draws. Of course he uses Feed the Swarm. Okay. We have to use Strategic Betrayal, and then that'll exile the graveyard as well. So, no more warping for him. Wow, did he just draw another color? Jeez. And we just drew another Betrayal as well. How fixed can this game be? Nice, looks like our opponent did not get anything. We drew 3 Betrayals in a row. Okay there. Okay, we'll take 2 damage for a Deep Cavern Bat. Oh no, he just top decked that Corpses of the Lost. That is unfortunate. We need a swamp. Yes! Do I want to cast Bloodletter of Aclazotz? I want to leech 2 right now. Safer play probably would have been the Deep Cavern Bat and then using Strategic Betrayal. Oh wait, this way their tragic trajectory gets the void, right? Okay, there goes our Aclazotz. Definitely want the Demon Wall combo with the NX going on. Yeah, we'll just use Betrayal again. Get rid of it. There. Leech 2. Good draw on the swamp. Alright, Forsaken Miner and Tiny Bones. Crazy that they have haste. Alright. Shoot. I'm gonna have to take it. He's trying to cast that? He doesn't have enough mana. Hyperblade? Alright, so he's a little tapped out right now. What should we do? 6/6 Demon time? Our Deep Cavern Bat's not going to do anything. Nah, let's do the Unstoppable Slasher. We'll save the 6/6 Demon. Because this way we have Bitter Triumph as well. Okay, we'll slow roll this. Leech another 2. Okay, what'd he draw? A Timeline Caller. I'll let them attack first. Alright, we'll target the Tiny Bones. We do not need the Deep Cavern Bat. We'll discard that. Life is a little precious right now. We'll block the 2. And we'll take his 3. There we go. Wow, that Hyperblade though. Dang. Gets to return that for free. Okay, we don't have to be too scared though. We can leech for 4 life. And they'll be down to 3. I think it's good game. Yeah. That Unstoppable Slasher is so good. Good game. Yeah, I'm just going to give up on trying to go first. I'm just going to expect to be on the draw with this deck. Very good hand, though. A 1 mana drop, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mana drop. Insane. Alright, we'll duress that bolt out of your hand first. Looks like we're up against mono red. And it looks like I can't hit that Omen card. Great draw on the land. Strategic Betrayal. Let's see what they get rid of. Have to be so on top of their damage. Okay, this sucks. We have to use Intimidation Tactics. That's all we got. So, I don't need to worry about the Twin Maw Stormbrood. It's good to know that it's only Intimidation Tactics that can hit the Stormbrood. Wow, and this guy just top decked a Hired Claw. This game likes somebody. We got the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. We'll have to wait until next turn to use our Villainous Wrath. Surprised they didn't use the Stormbrood. Block the Emberheart. I know they're going to use the Burst Lightning on this Aclazotz, but whatever. I had to block it or else I'd be dead. This is perfect though. Villainous Wrath, let's go! Save me! What a clutch board wipe. Woof. Top deck that 3 damage. Okay, we'll get the 6/6 Demon right away. I hope he did not draw a burn. Is that a burn? Oh no, it's not! So lucky there. 2 health. Alright. No matter what, I need to leech for 2. So we have to unlock this. Got nothing else to play, but that's okay. Nice. Maybe I can give our flyer lifelink next turn. We'll be in the complete safe zone if we do. Actually, they're dead. If they can't take care of this, oh, they couldn't take care of our flyer. Good game.